Well, public service announcement, I guess, is the best as I can describe this video because this is a prototype here. This is the Tempest Knives Pinion, okay? And maybe you have an O Pinion as well. I was at Blade Show Atlanta, etc., and went to QSP because I always want to go to QSP. They've got interesting knives, and I know Blade Banner and this and that, but I met another gentleman there at that booth, and he is developing his own knife, okay? And this is going to be OEM'd by Kubi, but this is called the Pinion, okay? And it's got a lot of things about it that you might like. In fact, I mean, you know, Kubi makes good knives, so right there is a starter. But this is his first shot doing this, from my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is his first model out. And, you know, Knives Fast, Mr. KC, and this is his main IG channel, Instagram. So I'll give you the link to his main Instagram channel, but also on this is Tempest Knives US. Okay, so he has an IG, and I'll give you that too for Tempest Knives. This is the page for the upcoming release, which the latest he gave me was that it's going to be, I believe, on July 9th at 1 p.m. Okay, which is going to be the pre-order date. Okay, that's a Saturday. So this is where he's, what are these channels? Who is that? So this is where he's announced that, and I'll give you the link to the site if you're interested in pre-ordering the Pinion. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. I mean, it came in this pouch. Oh, who is that? But it came in this pouch because, I mean, obviously it's a prototype, so you don't get anything fancy with it. You get it because you're going to look it over and maybe make some changes. And he's going to make a lot of changes. I'll give you the stats on it. Right here it says AUS 10, but it's not going to be AUS 10. It's going to be 14C28, and so that's one of the changes he's doing. Another change he's doing to this knife is changing this pocket clip screw. It won't be so above grade there to interfere with your lip of your pocket, so that's going to be reduced down. And then it's going to be centered between the top and the bottom, so it's a little kind of up near the top. If you see where it kind of hangs out here, this is going to get dragged down more into the center part, okay, on both sides. So you can see it'll probably be right here in the center. They're going to move it down a bit. The lockup, it's good. I mean, I've got nothing to tell you specifically about overall fit and finish because it's going to be the same as most Kubi knives, which I think are really good fit and finish wise, and they're budget knives, so this is not going to be an expensive knife. But it will also come in a blue G10 as an option, and also in micarta. Micarta will be a little bit more expensive. So what do you think? Let me just do this, and it drops. I mean, woo, crazy drop. But, I mean, this is going to be a pass around. So, first of all, I'm not going to take it apart because there's no point, because the bearings are going to be changed. The screws here are going to go to a number 8. Like I said, the pocket clip thing's going to be centered differently. Some of the finishes are going to be changed. They're not going to have a black pocket clip. They're going to be satin or blasted or something like that on all of them. But it is a contoured G10 handle. And he gave me some of the stats. Let me see. Tempest Knives Pinion. And so overall, almost 8 inches, about 3.4 inch blade length. Blade stock around 3.2 millimeter, 14C stone wash, modified sheep's foot, you know, handle length, material, Handle width 0.48, so that should be pretty slender in the hand. 3.7 ounces, made by Kubi. So a lot of the other changes he's put up here, and I might as well just share them with you, right? He's going to change the bearings. They're going to have T8s, blue G10, that kind of thing. All clips will be silver. This and this and this. So he's got a lot of different things that he's going to talk about. He's going to change also, and this is pretty significant, right? When I looked at it blade to handle length, I thought, I usually give it on the plane like here, right here, okay? So it's a little shy. Well, it's going to be a longer blade. So now what's the blade length going to be? A little bit longer than what I just told you. Well, those are the specs, so I don't know if those specs that I gave you, and let's take a look, really, actually, if I've got my little measuring, okay. Because, what do you say, 3 3/8? So that's kind of what it is right now, but it's going to be a little bit longer, so maybe really close to 3.5. Probably, like instead of 3.4, 3.45 or something like that. So, yeah, it'll be pretty much a full-size EDC. And yeah, it has crazy drop, that's for sure. This thing, like this. So you could look it over. It looks like you've got an unsharpened area here where you can kind of go forward if you want, but not specifically a real large, front choil, but really with this here on one side and a bit of an unsharpened area here, you have the ability to go forward up on here. So, that may be something, and you guys can comment on the video all you want. Let me throw my scale out here. 108. 3.8 ounces. Okay. So, and let me see if we've got, he said, 12.2, something like that, 0.48. He said 0.48, so that's correct. And this would be about 3.2. Yeah, okay, so that will be the blade stock thickness, which is pretty good, pretty standard. A lot of it anymore is 3 millimeter to 3.5, but a lot of it's really hanging around the 3.2 area these days, it seems like. So that's good as well. The design is fine as far as ergos go. And this is just, if you're not a sheep's foot type fan, then this may not be your cup of tea. Easy to disengage the lock bar. They've got it skeletonized on the top, maybe a little bit down here on the bottom in here as well, it looks like, possibly. But it's not heavy to begin with, so yeah, the action's really nice. And so you'll be able to get this in black, blue, micarta. Check with this site. I'll give you all the information where you can click and get in contact. And of course, it'll be July 9th again, which I said, which is going to be on a Saturday at 1 p.m. He didn't say 1 p.m. Eastern, Central. So I don't know. I would assume it's Eastern time, but who knows? Take a look at it again. So this is the Pinion by Tempest Knives. So check it out. I just wanted you to get an idea of what it's going to look like, or that it even exists, and for him to take a step forward to, realize his dream of designing his own knife and having it under his own label. That's way cool. I definitely understand that thought process. So I've done, assisted, or whatever, a design myself, and then I've got another one coming some months from now. So this is the dream of a lot of guys to do this, and just a matter of doing it. So I'm going to leave you to it. Yes, we've got the Tempest Knives pinion here. We'll cover up the MBK because it's not MBK. It's Tempest Knives. It's the Pinion. Oh, you guys have a great summer. You know what we do around here. We love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.